Zero interest for 12 months, plus up to $1,500 off when installing a new heating and cooling system. Visit AAAHeatingac.com.
Seriously, Dad, you missed Nana's 70th birthday.
Don't be so hard on your father.
It's chilly outside, you know. You want me to catch a cold?
You literally live across the street.
Sweetie, ever since we got one of those signature heating installs from Greenwood, our home is so cozy, it's impossible to leave.
No way I'm going out there.
We can handle any customer plumbing need, essentially from soup to nuts.
We do sewer repairs, we do sewer installs, we do storm repairs, storm installs, we can install catch basins.
One call, total solution, carefree for the customer. That's the best way.
If someone's trying to take advantage of you or threaten your safety, my job is to stand up for you. I want to be out there helping you to find answers and connect the dots so you know exactly what's going on. You deserve to be heard, and there are serious problems that need to be investigated. I'm going to make that happen. That is why I do this, and that's why KIRO 7 investigates.
We've been spending a lot more time than ever at home these days. Maybe now you've just noticed cold air coming in from a couple windows, which means you're losing heat in the winter, losing cooling in the summer, losing money. Now is the time for new windows and patio doors from Renewal by Andersen. And right now, when you buy one window or patio door, get one at 40% off. Plus, there's no money down, no payments for 12 months, and no interest for 12 months.
1-800-216-3530.
Cars will break down, and when they do, it's too late. If your car's out of warranty, it leaves you with two choices: get stuck paying for expensive repairs, or one phone call to CarShield. Their administrators pay for your covered repairs so you don't have to. Your coverage includes roadside assistance, towing, rental, and so much more. Plus, with their nationwide network.
NWSpaShow.com.
Welcome back to KIRO 7 News. We have our meteorologist Nick Aller joining us now. And Nick, I see a lot of green and stuff behind you.
A lot of business, as they say. Yeah, so we're talking about the atmospheric river conditions again. We talked about this, let's see, at 12:30 on the dot almost. We talked about this 15 minutes ago, how it's very similar to an actual river. It's just, just being on the ground. It's a narrow band of moisture that is in the sky, and it is coming from the source region. In this case, is from around Hawaii. So it's a couple hundred miles in size, even larger sometimes in width it can be that wide, and as it pushes inland, all that moisture, especially in our case, moves up the mountains, and it is forced to rise, and once it rises and cools off enough, we get a lot of precipitation in the Cascades, which is why we're also concerned about, with all the rain in the mountains, some possible river flooding into Sunday and Monday, and just area wide it gives you a ton of precipitation. To start things off, we don't have a lot out there now. You can see a few light showers in Pierce County, Thurston County, but to our south, there is plenty more moisture coming. That is the fetch of moisture stretching from all the way around Hawaii. So that is what we used to call the Pineapple Express, and now what we call an atmospheric river. For the rest of the day, the weather on the way, and what you need to know is that, yes, the rain is going to increase. I expect by mid-afternoon, say in the South Sound, it'll be a bit more widespread, and I would say by late afternoon across, say, Seattle, late afternoon, early evening, we'll start to see more impressive widespread rain. Tomorrow's going to be the very wet day. Now, you'll get wet tonight for sure. It's widespread. It's an issue through the commute. But tomorrow looks like the more consistently wet days. And it's not dry Sunday and Monday. But Sunday and Monday right now are trending drier. So we're going to talk about what this means for you hour by hour. Plus, Niku, we're going to break down how much precipitation is possible. We'll take a look at that here in a little more than 10 minutes.
Okay, thanks, Nick. It's 12:31, and a Tacoma teenager is fighting for his life after being shot multiple times. Police are still searching for those responsible. It happened at the 4400 block of Portland Avenue around midnight. And as neighbors tell KIRO 7's Gwen Baumgardner, that this is sadly becoming all too familiar.
The fact that it's somebody young, it makes me think like anybody is susceptible to anything happening.
Word travels fast in this East Tacoma neighborhood along a busy Portland Avenue.
Here on Portland Ave, we just try to be safe, and there is definitely police presence on the Portland Ave area.
The community mourning another act of gun violence, one that left a 16-year-old boy in this hospital, believed to have been shot in the face and leg. A witness described seeing two people approach the boy near this intersection, shooting a gun multiple times and then driving off.
It's really troubling.
But sadly, neighbors tell me the gun violence in their area is not unexpected.
Definitely too much gun violence.
Detective William Muse weighs in.
We shouldn't have members of our community be used to listening to gunshots. These are our neighborhoods.
His sentiment coming just 2 days after a teenager was shot and killed in West Seattle, just down the street from two schools. Another young life impacted by America's gun crisis.
When somebody cares so little for someone at this age, it is kind of heartbreaking. It's troubling to the soul on some level. So what I would ask is we need to start valuing human life more than what we have been.
Gwen Baumgardner, Cairo 7 News.
And police say they haven't made any arrests in that shooting, but ask that anyone with video or information reach out. In King County, police officers in Tukwila are trying to solve the death of a person discovered in unusual circumstances at a city park. They were there following a tip about a body from an anonymous caller on Wednesday. Officers went to the park off 65th Avenue South that night. They didn't find anything because it was too dark. Then they went back yesterday morning and found a body nearby. Investigators say it appears the person had been dead for some time. And a critical speed bump is slowing down our state's criminal justice system. Public defense attorneys are in short supply. High caseloads and low pay are causing some of these attorneys to either retire or quit. Turns out this is happening at a faster rate with no pipeline to replace them. The director of the Office of Public Defense says public defenders are funded at the county level and money and the availability of attorneys is tight.
What happens is that people sit in jail and they don't have any representation. The average person assumes that when they're going to get to court, they're going to get a lawyer, that person's going to listen to them, and that person's going to fight for them. That's what everyone deserves, and that's what we don't have.
In the meantime, a bill is working its way through Olympia. It would have the state cover the public defender costs by 2028. Right now, the state contributes about 3% of costs.
I was very scared. I was really overwhelmed and shocked.
People were also scared, you know, you're not sure what's going to happen next.
Wow, a King County Metro bus crashed into the building rented by the group Skate Like a Girl, as dozens of kids were inside when it happened. Now the organization says the situation is dire. Seattle police says the bus slammed into the building Wednesday night after being cut off by a vehicle on South Jackson Street. The bus driver swerved out of the way and hit the building, which is home to a popular indoor skate park. Skate Like a Girl is a nonprofit that helps students in at-risk communities.
My first thought was wondering if everyone was safe, because where the bus crashed into the building is a spot that people frequently hang out and are skating or just standing and conversing.
Amazingly, no one was hurt. The building inspector says this bus will stay there until an engineer can assess the site. If you'd like to help the nonprofit, we have a link in this story at KIRO7.com. Also, a Bremerton man accused in a massive swatting scheme targeting victims across the U.S. and Canada pleaded guilty. This all unfolded in a Tacoma federal court. 21-year-old Ashton Connor Garcia admitted to 2 counts of threats and hoaxes regarding explosives, as well as 2 counts of extortion. Court documents say he used online voiceover technology to make fake emergency calls while broadcasting the heavy police responses live on the internet. Prosecutors are recommending that Garcia serve 4 years in prison. He'll be sentenced in April. Right now, a data breach at the Seattle Housing Authority. KIRO 7 got these letters from a woman who says she received them from that group. The letters acknowledge the hack, but don't highlight how many people have been affected. The woman who sent us these claims that the information includes her 12 and 14-year-old kids' social security numbers. Now she's threatening to sue the agency. We reached out to officials who tells us that this was an incident where our